All right, everybody. I wanted to do what I intend to be a shorter video anyway on some fossils that I happen to have. Uh, in the other videos, we were taking a look at geologic time, and we talked about creatures like dinosaurs and so on living during the Mesozoic. And I wanted to show you some pictures along with a combination of pictures and fossils to just explain some things that I thought you might find interesting. Here's a painting of T-Rex. And when you look at this, Tyrannosaurus rex, obviously one of the most famous, if not probably the most famous dinosaur of all time. If you look at this painting, though, I would imagine to many of you it looks a little funny. There's something that just seems kind of odd about it. When I was a kid, this was what we believed T-Rex looked like. And even if you can't really decide what looks funny about this T-Rex, something just maybe seems a little odd about it. If you're observant, you might notice what it is, and it really has to do with the way that the T-Rex is standing. It used to be for a very long time, from the time T-Rex was discovered up until sometime in the 1980s, I believe it was. People believe that T-Rex stood very vertically, very upright, dragging its tail often, and it was kind of slow walking, lumbering along, and very vertical on its two legs. But then when we took a closer look, or when paleontologists took a closer look at the anatomy of the animal, the bones, the bone structure, where the muscles would attach to the bones, and even though the muscles have long since decayed, we can still see in the bones where the muscles attached. People started to slowly realize there's no way that T-Rex stood in this vertical position. It almost looks kind of comical now. Kind of funny. This is a more modern view of what T-Rex probably stood like. And this probably looks more familiar to you and looks more correct. So instead of T-Rex standing in this very vertical position that we saw a minute ago, I just totally messed that up. It's believed that T-Rex probably, there he is, had more of a forward posture and was running. Sorry about that, I clicked on the wrong thing. But anyway, so when I was a little kid, people believed that T-Rex had this vertical upright posture. And now we believe that it has this more running type of stance as it moved. Some other things that I think are kind of interesting is now we've realized in the past few years T-Rex probably had feathers, and perhaps T-Rex looked a little more like this. And this is not what most people think of when they think of a T-Rex. But feathers, not enough feathers to fly, of course, but feathers probably for ornamentation or mating purposes. So it's believed that T-Rex probably had feathers. Just what exactly those feathers look like, nobody really knows. So our understanding of these animals is constantly changing and evolving. Now, here's a picture of some T-Rex teeth, and I wanted to show you a model of one. So I'm going to switch to the camera. And here is a replica of a T-Rex tooth. Obviously not a real T-Rex tooth, but it is made from a real T-Rex tooth. So it's a model, it's a cast, and somebody took a real T-Rex tooth in a museum and made a mold of it and then poured in a hard plastic to make an exact replica. And when we look at it, a very common feature of a T-Rex tooth is this kind of letter D shape to the tooth. And it often has a serrated edge, like a sharp knife. And these types of teeth were really designed for cutting meat. They would hook into the flesh of the animal, of its prey, very sharp on the edges, like a knife, really designed to puncture and slice flesh. The T-Rex was even capable of eating bone. Its jaws were so powerful it could crush bone, and it would actually eat the bone, and it wouldn't digest it, but the bones would just pass through the T-Rex. And we could actually tell from fossilized poop that T-Rex certainly ate bone. Something else that I think is interesting about this is this part here. Most teeth have a root. You know, if you imagine what a tooth looks like when maybe you go to the dentist and you see your dental x-ray. There's those roots that go deep into our jaw and our gums. And here we can see that's missing and that's lacking. What this tells us is this is a shed tooth. T-Rex and dinosaurs shed their teeth just like sharks. Dinosaurs, especially a dinosaur like T-Rex, was constantly in the process of growing teeth. Teeth would fall out, it would grow new teeth. And we certainly find a lot of these shed teeth on the ground, and even in the carcasses or fossils of animals it had eaten. So T-Rex would shed its teeth. If we go back to the pictures here, here's a complete tooth, and this is what the root-like portion would look like. That was in the jaw of the T-Rex. And here's one of the shed teeth, like we just looked at. So if it has this root attached, that means that it was actually the whole tooth. But eventually the T-Rex would shed the teeth. Here we could really see those serrations, like a serrated knife, really meant for cutting flesh. And here we see one of the shed teeth. So T-Rex would shed its teeth just like sharks would shed their teeth and regrow. T-Rex was constantly in the process of regrowing teeth. Here we have another picture of what maybe T-Rex might have looked like with feathers. You know, at first glance, these almost look ridiculous to us, but it's mostly just because we're not used to a feathery T-Rex. Again, there's no way T-Rex flew. These feathers were ornamentation. Here's a similar type of theropod dinosaur called an Allosaurus. Large, bipedal, bigger arms than T-Rex, big jaw, again, large D-shaped teeth, and also pretty large claws. T-Rex and Allosaurus had large claws, and here I have a replica claw of an Allosaurus. You can see those nice curved hook-like claws, very large, very good for attacking other animals. That's Allosaurus. And it's possible Allosaurus had feathers too. We just don't really know. Here's another dinosaur. This one's kind of interesting. This is a dinosaur called Spinosaurus. And you could see the silhouette of a person to give this dinosaur some size. And it had this large sail on the back. Could have been for regulating body temperature. If it was getting too hot, it could pump blood into the fin and cool off. That's just one possibility. Not really sure. What I think is very interesting about the Spinosaurus is its teeth. And I have some Spinosaurus teeth. We'll take a